Hi guys, it's Andy from NismoTech, and this box that I'm sitting on right here, that you can kind of hardly see, is the brand new Arozzi Verona XL Plus gaming chair. Now it's a little bit bigger than the standard V2 Verona chair that they do, so it's 4 centimeters wider and can handle up to 160 kilograms in terms of weight. So for those of you like myself that are stick thin and don't have any meat on them, it is absolutely perfect. Yeah. Anyway, let's crack on and have a look at the chair. Okay, so now undone the box and we're going to have a look and see what we've got inside. First thing that we've got is this, wow, solid aluminium 5-star base, as you can hopefully see there. It's obviously got a gap going through that. Solid aluminium, so it's going to be really strong and durable compared to the plastic versions that you get with some of the gaming chairs. And there we go. So I've got the blue version. It is available in solid black, in white and also in red. But I wanted to go for the blue because it's a little bit different from my old chair, my G2 Amiga that I've had for a couple of years. And to be honest, it's absolutely shocking. But I'll go through that in a moment. So you've also got the back part of the chair. And you've also got lumbar and back support on there as well. So very lightweight actually, that part of the chair, which is good to see. Plenty of cardboard inside. We've got a couple of boxes. That one there is going to hopefully hold the wheels and part of the gas lift. And also we've got the lever and the mechanism in that box. And then down here we have got the base itself. Whee, there we go. So as you can see, well, can't really see, but it's definitely a little bit bigger than your standard chair. There we go, and we've also got an instruction manual there. So I'm going to go and unwrap everything and we'll start the building process. Okay, so I've now got everything out of the box and kind of out of all the wrappers as such. So the first thing we're going to look at, we've got a kind of please read part here. It tells you essentially that the bolts are already pre-installed on the back of the chair. We'll come on to that in a moment, and also it tells you to remove them and how to actually put all that together. We've got quite a hefty guide here. Don't know if you can quite see that. It's all about the safety precautions for the chair, so things like don't sit on the armrests, don't stand on the chair, never lean back so far the wheels lift up off the floor, that sort of stuff. And then we've got a user guide here that tells you how to go about using, how to actually connect everything up as well. So that's that part of it. As I mentioned, we have got this solid aluminium base, which I think is going to be a lot more durable and better than the plastic versions that you do get on some of the chairs. Actually, it looks rather quite cool as well. It's not too heavy either, which is quite nice. So we come on to the back of the chair. You can see here that we've got a couple of pre-installed bolts down at the bottom. They're on either side. So obviously it's good that they are there. On the previous chair that I built, the bolts were sort of separated, so you had to try and guess and line them up, and they weren't quite perfect in that sense. We've also got your lumbar support and your headrest up here. Both feel really, really good. The material, the sort of leatherette that is used is really good, and the colours are really bright and vibrant on the chair. Got a little tag on here on the Arozzi chair, and you've got sort of a zip system all the way around on the chair, so it looks like, don't know, maybe you can actually remove the cover potentially, but obviously it's all wipe clean. Use soft detergent, I assume, to clear any spillages. We've got adjustments here for the lumbar support and obviously for the headrest, which is good to see. Pop that down there, and then we got the base, which is slightly heavier. We got adjustable armrests on that side, and you can sort of see the mounting positions. Underneath, as you can see here, we've actually got these sort of elasticated suspension parts here, which obviously again is going to add that durability and support to you. And obviously the pre-installed bolts on here. They do say not to over tighten the bolts. But, you know, that should be pretty standard when doing gaming chairs, etc. So, let's have a look inside this little box here. I'll just get the scissors. This is just going to be the actual gas lift mechanism. There we go, so pop that out. That's quite a bit of a beast. So yeah, that comes basically like so. There we go. And then we've got a couple of levers here. So we've got flip up to adjust the height, flip down to lock the tilt. So it's got tilt as well as recline. Pop that down over there. Let's have a look inside this box. Let's see what we have. Oh, okay. We've got some rubber gloves. Maybe I should have started using them beforehand. Okay, I'm going to go and put them on in a minute. And an Allen key inside as well. Got your 4 caster wheels. Oh, it makes a bit of a noise. You've got your gas lift. There we go. Side panel covers to cover over all the bolts. And then you've got your gas lift expandable bit of plastic. Okay, so the next step, after the old sexy white gloves, I've never seen gloves being supplied for a gaming chair before in any videos that I've watched. So next step, or first step, is to go and get your caster wheels and stick them down with a bit of force until they stay in place and click in place. I was expecting a click in place actually, but they're in, that's the main thing. So there we go. Get the last one in. Turn it over. Make sure that they're all in. And we have a base that, if I get it in the camera shot, spins around and moves around rather nicely. Okay, so next up we've got to put the gas lift in place, and I just realised I've just kind of ripped my sexy new white gloves. Not happy. Anyway, this thing here has got a bit of girth on it. Just got to go and slide it down into that hole. Make sure it's pushed down. Really good. Then we need to give it some protection. So these little 3 plastic cups as such go over the top. Ooh, okay. So, that thing there that just fell off the top, you're meant to remove that, but it doesn't tell you to do that in the instructions. Naughty. Okay, so let's pop that back on top again. There we go. That's all nicely. I don't know if it's meant to be that tight. There we go. We'll just leave it on there loose for a moment. So yeah, that's that part there done. Let's go and get the rest. So next part, we need to get this part here, the backrest, onto the base. So we'll just need to go and loosen off these Allen keys, or these Allen bolts I should say. There we go. Rather simple and easy to do. Really good high quality bolts on here as well by the looks of it, which is nice to see. One thing that you may notice is on both sides we've got a little bit of a slit in the material here. I won't worry about that too much, it's going to get covered up, and also it just allows for a little bit of expandability in the material and a little bit of breathing. Okay, so you also need to make sure that when you're installing the backrest that these sort of metal brackets that come up are vertically aligned, so they're in exactly the right position. And then you grab the back of the chair like so, and you pop it down into place. So try not to do any damage to the material. Get your bolt back and find the hole, and you need to then go and start screwing it all back in. Bit of a pain to get them aligned. Okay, so yeah, my mistake, I didn't read the instructions properly. There's a little tiny washer that's on the kind of inside, stuck in the material a little bit. It needs to go on the outside of the bolt or outside of the frame before you go and screw it in. So I'm just going to go and do it to the other side as well. Next up, we've got to remove these 4 bolts and all the washers. from the bottom of the base. Okay, so we now need to mount this bad boy right here onto the frame of the chair. Obviously just lining up the holes. Put my finger in that one there, just to hold it in place while I thread these in. Not quite the easiest of things to do with one hand, but there we go. So the next stage are these two little kind of plastic levers that control the tilting and the various other little bits and pieces. So the next little thing is to get these plastic ones installed. I've already put one on that side. Quite simple, they kind of line up into a couple of different grooves on there, so they just line up, and with a little bit of force, there we go, knock them straight into place. Okay, so next up we need to get the chair onto the caster wheels and the gas lift, etc. Can be a little bit of a pain to do though, especially one-handed and trying to record a video at the same time and do it elegantly. But I think we are there. Okay, so that is now on, safe and secure. The next thing that we need to do is get the plastic covers over these bolts. Now, fortunately, just on the inside, I don't know if you can quite see that, they've actually labelled them left and right, so you can't really kind of go wrong. We've got a bit of plastic here that goes into that hole right there. So we'll just go and hopefully, oh, there's another plastic lug there as well that goes in. So hopefully these should go in rather nicely. Okay, rather easy. Okay, so I've now built the Verona XL Plus, as you can see, looking absolutely fantastic, feels really, really comfortable, and obviously that extra width is really valuable if you're stick thin like myself. The gas lift, knock that down, goes down roughly about that much. It doesn't say how much it does go down by. We got a sort of tilt on this lever on the left hand side, 12 degrees of tilt like so. And then using the handle on the right hand side, or the handbrake as such, it then reclines by 165 degrees, and it goes really far, as you can see, and obviously it just pops straight back up like so. So I'm now going to go and pop it up in the office, give it a try for a couple of days, and then give you my kind of first impressions. Okay, so I've now got the Arozzi chair set up in the office. It's been up here for around about a week and a half. There it is in all its glory. Really, really comfortable. The headrest and, well, the headrest up here and the back support, the backrest is really, really comfortable, nice and firm. It doesn't feel like it's going to go out of shape or lose its sort of sponginess that I found with my older chair. Obviously it's a bit bigger, so I've got to try and tidy up a little bit to make it all work, but yeah, very, very comfortable. Build quality feels absolutely fantastic. One of the best gaming chairs that I've certainly come across, and I have had a look at a fair few, not necessarily for review, but I've sort of been trying quite a few with some friends, so really, really impressed with the quality on this, and it feels really good, like I said. So I appreciate that sort of reviewing a chair for a week and a half doesn't really give you a good long-term impression, especially for those of you that are looking for comfort over a longer period of time. So I'm going to put it in my calendar. 6 months from now I'm going to do another review video to let you know how things have been going with this chair. There are going to be links down below in the description, more information on the website NismoTech.com. Go and check out the price and the availability. There's plenty of colours, lots of different styles and designs, etc. A big thanks to Arozzi for sending this out for review and for me to use. I really do appreciate it. If you liked the video, please do leave a like and a comment and share it with your friends as well. But for now, this is Andy from NismoTech, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.